Welcome back to another episode of Marketing 100, where we're sharing snackable, bite-sized marketing tactics to help you grow your salon business. In this episode, I'm back with Mack Olsen from Yello Salon in Portland. Welcome back, Mack.
Thanks for having me.
What are we talking about today?
Building community and the impact that has on our brand and helping our business.
What is actually a community to you?
To us, it's about our brand outside of just our salon walls, the things that we normally would go and do, but having, other people that are like-minded share it with us. For example, we're doing a fun collab partnership with the Sports Bra, which is a local bar here in Portland, and they only play women's sports. And we're going to do a community launch party there where we watch a Thorn soccer game at their bar and invite clients and their customers as well. And just hosting events like that and welcoming the community to join in. I think the goal for us is more so just for people to have a good time and that we're part of it. Maybe there's some brand recognition there. As important as it is for potential clients to hear about us and just get to know the name Yello and just seeing it, that's important. But it's also about the community that we're building here within our team. We're still learning a lot ourselves, like at the end of the day, it's like maybe it has a benefit and we get a client out of it, but ultimately sometimes we just do it because we're like, hey, we need to have fun. And so I think it's more so of just team building, and also inviting clients to be part of it is just a bonus for us, because all of our clients are people we would hang out with, and that's intentional in how we draw them and attract them.
Really what the Marketing 100 show is about is to kind of share 100 ways that you could be marketing your salon. It's not to say that you should be executing these 100 ways that we're sharing here, but it's really to kind of seed some ideas and give some like practical tips. You are very well placed to speak to experimenting with different strategies, like pivoting from one to try another. What do you think is required in terms of mindset potentially, or approach in order to do that?
It's about the quality of the client. And so when we think in advertising terms and marketing and who we're going to reach out to, it's like, how is it perceived and what kind of client is it going to get us? There's a reason that we never offer a discount. It doesn't draw the right clientele for us. If a school is doing a fundraiser, I'm like, yeah, here's a bunch of $100 gift cards to come to our salon. Even though that is a discount, it just feels different. It feels like a gift. I think we think in terms of that, when we advertise, is it going to draw a quality client?
What keeps you wanting to experiment and try new things?
If it gets me excited, the idea for the Portland Pickles is a baseball team locally here, and we went to a game and saw a bunch of trendy young people at the game. I was expecting kind of a 40-year-old dude with a hot dog, I wasn't expecting a young trendy crowd. So it got us excited. We were like, let's be a part. Let's, sponsor them and bring clients to games, and it got us excited.
I think that's very also the tip on how you're going after which strategy should you choose, looking at it through the lens of would this speak to my ideal client? And then also that emotion of do I get excited thinking about running this?
You do have to have the numbers to back it up to make it make sense, especially in the beginning when you're working with a small budget. When we first started, we ran Instagram ads, and then, as of recent, we're trying new things because we can afford it. But when you can afford to kind of play around with some ideas, that's when it gets fun. I think it comes back to that reactive versus proactive kind of mindset of marketing.
Have you ever considered memberships as being kind of a potentially part of that business model? It's something that we touch on this channel once in a while. And I could just see opportunities as you build community to play in with a membership. Is that something you've been thinking about?
Honestly, no, we haven't thought about that. And it is an interesting concept. I think for me, I'm always thinking about value. And so with a membership, I'm instantly I thought, what kind of value would we give other than a hair service? And so the community aspect is an interesting kind of concept to think about, building that into a membership if we were to go that route.
That's the right way to think about it, right? It needs to provide value. There's a barbershop that I was working with earlier. They have like a big location where they have meeting rooms and things like that. They go a little bit beyond just the salon space. So what they're doing is offering people to become members, and then they can kind of like hang out there. They can have that as a meeting point if they have a business meeting. They're also like hosting events, and it's like a whole community thing around it.
At checkout, we have this little store card that we hand out to everyone, and it's a list of our favorite restaurants and bars and what we order at every single one. And we give it to the client. We're like, go check them out. These businesses didn't ask for us. It was just truly places we really liked. And we had so many clients that just moved to the city. So we're like, let's make these cards. That would be fun for them to have. Eventually, one day I was like, well, what if we had a card that you could show at every single one of these locations and get something for it? That is kind of a membership. You buy this card and you get, deals at all these local businesses. And I think that plays in the community part of it, because it's all places that we respect and we know, and maybe we know the owner or we had a great experience at. Honestly, now you saying that, my wheels are turning. I'm thinking about it more.
Any like key takeaways that you have that you want to pause from the discussion that we had in today's session?
We don't have a huge reach. We're not a nationwide brand, but we're trying to at least own our block. And there's a lot of salons on our block. And so we're just trying to like focus small and be present in that area and build community around us.
That's what we had for you today. A big thanks, Mack, for letting us in on your thinking right now for the Yellow Salon, like all the stuff that you're experimenting with. For those of you who didn't watch the previous episode with Mack, I strongly recommend you go check that out. Have you been experimenting with building community or partnerships? Leave us a comment. Let us know what you've been trying and how that is working for you. And we look forward to seeing you inside of an upcoming episode.